Hi, sorry my last video cut off. The last thing you're gonna do is check that this matches your P and I. We have 2 negatives and 1 positive. 2 negatives, 1 positive. That matches this row. As long as it matches a row in your P and I chart, you're good to go. If your answers didn't match your row, that means either your P and I chart is wrong or your answers are wrong. Let's try another problem. So number 2 here, we're gonna factor this. We can't factor by grouping, so we're gonna use old Descartes' rule of signs here. Step 1, make your P and I chart. We already did it for this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and just write it down. You should already have it written on your paper. If you're still confused about P and I did load some videos on our Schoology page on how to do it. So we got 25 and 2. So factors of 25, factors of 2, and then you write all of your fractions, but over 1 is just itself. So all of our options here. So all over 1, now all over 2. So 1 over 2, 5 over 2, 25 over 2. So here's all of our options that we're gonna choose from when doing synthetic. So again, I like to start with 1 and -1. So let's come up here, and I'm gonna try 1. Write down all of our coefficients. Do our synthetic. We should all know how to do synthetic at this point. Oh my gosh, yay! So since it has a remainder of 0, that means this one works. So we'll write it in factored form. If it was a positive one in factored form, it's x minus 1. And now we'll write what we have here. Since it was x to the 4th, now we're gonna do 2x cubed. 13x squared, 10x. Okay, on the last problem, we went ahead and factored this by hand because it was just an x squared. But this is x cubed and it's got a lot going on. I still don't know how to factor this by hand. So what I'm gonna do is come down here to more of my roots and try to find another one and just divide it out of this, because I already know x minus 1. So I checked positive 1. Let's go ahead and check negative 1 now. When you check negative 1, you're factoring this one because we want to make this one smaller. So 2, negative 13, 10, 25. And we'll hope that this one works. If not, we'll have to pick another one. Negative 2, it's positive. Oh, yay! Okay, so that one worked. So now, the thing that's gonna be tricky here is you can't forget that you still have an x minus 1. And now since we used negative 1, that'll be x plus 1. And now we'll write what we have left. 2x squared minus 15x plus 25. Okay, now we can factor this by hand using whatever method you taught me in your project. So factor, factor, factor. X minus 5, 2x minus 5. So make sure you know how to factor that. I'm not going to teach you that. So here's the factored form. When I write my roots, it'll be positive 1, negative 1, positive 5. And this is not another positive 5 because there's a 2 in front. Remember, when you solve it equals 0, you're going to add the 5 and then divide by the 2. Let's confirm that this matches one of our P and I rows. So I have 3 positives, 1 negative. That's that first row again. Yay! Okay, on the next page, we're not gonna do number 3. You did the P and I and everything, good practice, but this is some imaginary roots. We'll save that for pre-AP. But what I do want you to do is number 4. You should already have the P and I and the roots. I want you to submit your work for number 4 on Schoology. Bye-bye.